Number 15, Kian Daniger, son of Andy and Shannon. Number 18, Devin Reinhardt, son of Andrea. Number 19, Ryan Eichhoff, son of Dan and Tammy. Number 22, Chase Johnston, son of Kit and Jane. Number 25, Thane Shield, son of Jerome and Krista. Number 26, Owen Collette, son of Bill and Jennifer. Number 27, Ethan Eichhoff, son of Chad and Mindy. Number 28, Ben Carrier, son of Blake and Terry. Number 33, Ross Deere, son of Jean and Allison. Number 35, DeAndre Williams, son of Crystal. Number 50, Gavin Pullis, son of Kevin and Gwen. Number 52, Nathan Allen, son of Seth and Jennifer. Number 53, Ethan Schoenfelder, son of Eric and Jericho. Number 54, Sean Kirshner, son of Mike and Wendy. Number 55, Weston Nolte, son of Chad and Jennifer. Number 60, Ethan Cole, son of Bob and Deb. Number 62, Mitchell Hinckley, son of Matt and Alicia. Number 63, Callum Backer, son of Scott and Jennifer. Number 64, Colin Check, son of Daryl and Katie. And the Volts boys, Carson and Caden, son of Jason and Shanda. Number 68, Miles Mulhern, son of Mitch and Jenny. Number 70, Jackson Bernard, son of Brian and Katie. Number 71, Bill Kester, son of Holly Kester. Number 72, Jack Volker, son of Ben and Sarah. Number 74, Jacob Stevens, son of Jeremy and Christina. Number 77, Braylon Burnett, son of Rocky and Melissa. Number 79, Caleb Austin, son of Tom and Sarah. And number 84, Bastion Lee, host parents Tom and Denise Moody. Your managers, Taylor Ross, daughter of Pete and Tiffany. Brody Whalen, son of Josh and Tina. And Braden Fretland, son of Lon and Ann. The coaching staff would like to thank all you parents for your commitment and dedication to this year's Chatfield football program. Because of you, success of the Gopher football is strong today and the future. Thank you, parents, and have a wonderful evening. Let's give our parents and players a round of applause.
chanting Lance right now.
The skies are clouded and the rain is falling. The sirens are sounding in the Chosen Valley. There's a storm brewing. Bring on the thunder. Bring on the lightning. Bring on your Chatfield Gophers. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's football game with the visiting Dovray-Rota Eagles and your Chatfield Gophers. Minnesota State High School League joined together and requested that all people attending games follow a code of sportsmanship. This includes appreciation for the rules of the contest and respect for players, coaches, and officials. Excellence in sportsmanship is a major goal of the Minnesota State High School League. At this time, would you please rise and honor our flag that we play our national anthem.
Well, welcome Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with Lance Boyum and Rick Irish. Well, we gave Geechee and Rocky the night off here to keep them out of the rain. We welcome the Dovray-Rota Eagles in tonight, Lance, and certainly not a game after last week we want to take lightly. They are a scrappy, kind of a streaky bunch, and if you let them get going, they're going to take full advantage.
Yeah, Dovray-Rota coming into this game, they are 3-3 overall, 0-2 in the section. Their last two games, they lost to Caledonia 20-13 in a close battle, a game that they may have been able to win. They did turn the ball over in their own territory, or excuse me, in Caledonia territory deep. And then last week they beat Lake City 28-18. So Dovray-Rota doing some things good these last few weeks. So and the Gophers coming off a loss against Caledonia 27-0. Where they just kind of had a wake-up call there. Caledonia just beat us. So time for the Gophers here to right the ship and get things rolling again.
Yeah, that's one of those games last week where they got punched right away and just punched in the mouth right away and just couldn't quite recover. And kudos to Cal, though. They came out and they were very crisp, and their line play was really good. They were flying around, and it just looked like they were at an extra gear last week. So after having a couple of years where they've not had the best of luck against us, they wanted to obviously take that one, and we hopefully will see them again come playoff time. We look at Dovray-Rota. Levi Williams is a senior this year finally, along with Leonard's in the backfield, and Levi is one of those that we talked about off camera that we can't let him get in a rhythm. We got to knock him around a little bit back there because he is a rhythm quarterback. And if you watched him pitch in baseball, same thing. You got to hit him.
Yeah, when we talked about it a little bit, their offense is kind of similar to what we do. They'll do a little bit of, run, pass, throw option there, and see what he's got up the middle or if he can take it outside. But, yeah, he gets going outside and he finds receivers downfield. And like you said, get in that rhythm. He's sometimes tough to stop. But our defense against Caledonia wasn't bad. We didn't give up a lot of yards. Unfortunately, Caledonia always seemed to have the ball in our own territory, so they played on a short field all night. But the second half, they scored just one touchdown. We shut them down about the best we could. So I think our defense is still, pretty good. We just got to win that battle up front on both the offensive and defensive side and somehow get some offense going, where against Caledonia we just couldn't get it going on the run game.
Yeah, and that's, we mentioned we had a couple of penalties there. They ended up with an unsportsmanlike on a sideline, and we ended up getting another one to negate that. Nice gain, first down on the play. And it's just one of those mistakes here, and a few turnovers last week, and I think they scored on every one of those turnovers, honestly.
We had 3 fumbles and an interception, and against Caledonia or any good team, you really can't afford to do that if you can't get any takeaways your own self. So, I'm just looking forward to the game tonight. The conditions aren't exactly ideal, but both teams got to deal with it. We got a little bit of mist coming out of the east, and the wind maybe dying down just a little bit here before kickoff. But it should be a good battle tonight.
Well, I remember we played over there last year. We sat in the back of the truck on the visitor sideline and got rained on the entire game. So why not rain again this year? So I want to mention here tomorrow morning, if you can make it over to Dovray-Rota, the last youth football game of the year on the turf. So
the 5th, 6th grade had a good year so far, just 1 loss and 3 or 4 wins on the season. So we'll go over to Eyota again. This will be the second time we play them. We did win earlier, first game of the season, 6-0. But they've gotten better, we've gotten better. So we will line up tomorrow and see how that game turns out.
Well, you start that year in August with the little guys, and you think, this is going to be a long season. And here we are. We're already done with her.
Yeah, football always seems to go by pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Baseball, on the other hand, seems like we start that right around March, indoors, playing a little catch and doing some drills. And then you're into the tournament season all the way through July and a couple weeks off, and then boom, right into football.
Yep. Well, Gophers are going to kick off here, and it looks like Ethan Cole is going to kick off. I believe that's Ethan. Nice kick. Good hop there. Going to field just inside the 10-yard line. Pretty good return out to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, tonight on a wet field, slick field, you're just going to have to break down a little bit earlier before you get to that runner. Just to give yourself some footing so you can make the adjustment if they're going to make that juke move. We had a couple of hand tackles there that he just was able to run through. But still a good kickoff there.
Yeah, great kickoff with that extra bounce, but about a 11, 12-yard return on that. We're going to come out 2 wides to the far side, single back, wing back over there. Hand off. Over the right side. Good convergence by the Gophers defense.
I think that was Leonard's off to the right side there. Not a big guy, but a very tough runner. Like, you need to get people there to bring him down. The program has him listed at 5'11", 175, but he plays about 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's one of those with great great balance and a low center of gravity. 2nd and 9. Williams is going to keep it himself on the outside, and there's that keeper there. It's going to be good enough for a first down, it looks like. I thought that he handed that off. That was a real nice read option play.
Nice job getting that ball in there, and a good job by the running back. I think Leonard's there taking the fake handoff, and we had 2 guys converge on him, and he bolted out to the outside and got 9 yards, 10 yards, and a first down.
Well, nicely designed play, and a good read option is something that we don't see that often here in southeast Minnesota, really. Well, first down for Dovray-Rota. So they're going to keep again, and another nice gainer of about 5 yards. Picking his way through that line nicely. I have not checked this out. I think they must be zone blocking that down, aren't they?
Yeah, that like I said, pretty similar to how we do it in the blocking schemes. Chatfield's just going to have to stay in their lanes and make sure they got their head on a swivel and pick up who's got the ball.
Well, he's going to follow his back through the hole, and another good run. That's going to be another first down. Williams keeper again.
Yeah, 6 yards and a first down again for the Eagles, moving the ball pretty efficiently on the ground.
Well, we know they can pass, but if they're going to be getting 5-6 yards a pop, I mean, why deal with possible turnover?
Well, especially they got the wind in their face.
Mm-hmm. H-back resets. Handoff on the right side, and looks like Chase Johnston got in there and crashed down to hit him first.
Yeah, nice job, Chase Johnson crashing in on the ball carrier there, Leonard's. Minimal gain of 3 yards.
Well, 2nd and 7 with 8:55 to play in this first quarter. Eagles with a deliberate drive so far, and I know it was only 3 yards, but boy, that's a great purpose play for them. They can come back and have Levi Williams keep going the other way. And they are going to go up there. Miles Mulhern gets him around the ankles first. I'm impressed with Dovray-Rota's line so far. They've blocked this up pretty well.
Well, here's their first third down of the game.
Well, in the center of the field, and they call the 3rd and 7, probably closer to 3rd and 6, I think. Back to pass for the first time. He's going to get a tough rush, get out of it, and it's going to be complete for a first down. Good job on the run by Williams finding him. He got out of the grasp of a couple of defenders and was able to roll out and take a peek.
Yeah, that ball caught by Bolton Tessing there, number 7. Looked like he bobbled it a little bit, was able to haul it in and pick up that first down.
Well, another first down and a very efficient series thus far for Dovray-Rota. And we've got him on this just about to the hash mark, so we've got a wide side to think about here. They do have pretty good team speed in the backfield. And Williams is going to keep it again. Gets stacked up after a gain of about 3. So Ethan Cole's going to come off. DeAndre Williams is going to replace him at that right tackle.
So Williams now 4 carries, 25 yards, 4 carries on that play. Just what you want to do if you're Dovray-Rota.
Well, their line's been doing a nice job of doubling down on that tackle and doing just enough with Miles so he's not standing that center up really right now. Back to pass. A little pressure.
Oh, just about intercepted there. Can't get it. Look like Bolton Tessing there, the intended receiver, had to turn into the defensive back and knock that out of the hands of Carson Rowland.
Yeah, and that one did get caught up there and waffled a little bit in the air. That'll stop the clock at 6:24. No score here in the first quarter. Going to fake that inside handoff, and Williams is going to get stacked up, and looks like Cale Schott came through the gap and got him.
Yeah, nice pursuit there by Cale, not going for that fake, and up the middle and downhill was able to make the tackle for a short gain. That'll bring up 4th down and about 4.
Well, they're going to keep their offense on the field and over on this side of the 50. Why not? See if they try to stretch this out a little bit and pick this up. See if they can draw them. Just about had someone on the far side. Look at Braylon Burnett's playing that other tackle tonight. Good, quick route. And that's going to be good for a 1st down.
Yeah, just a quick slant there. Number 3, Brock Hughes on the reception, got upfield and a 1st down.
Well, you know, they've been working on this passing game for the past, 4 or 5 years or 4 years. They've really been trying to get it going, and they've got some personnel now that can run some good routes and a quarterback that can get it to them with a good, strong arm. Going to hand off, try to get to the outside. Going to get turned in, but goes up. Good job putting his foot in the ground, and runners getting to the second level on us here.
Yeah, nice job just cutting that up inside.
Well, a 9-yard gain, and Lance, we've got that 3-man front. I mean, our linebackers middle are pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but we almost got to bring, and he's going to keep it to himself to the outside again. Not bad. That's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, just a couple of yards, but that's all he needed to move the sticks. 1st down now.
Well, clock continues to run here after the chains move. It's 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, and Lance, Gophers got to make a stand here.
Well, now we're kind of putting in that goal line defense there. Add an extra guy up front.
And they spread it out a little bit more and reset the H. Inside handoff again. Better job stacking it up that time. Well, Dovray-Rota chewed up over 8 minutes of clock already here, Lance, and this is exactly the formula I think they want. Keep our offense off the field and just run the ball.
Yeah, just a 1-yard gain there for Leonard's. 2nd and 7. We'll see if they keep it on the ground or do something quick to the outside.
Well, they are going to try to get to the outside. Good job getting down there. I think it was Chase Johnson hit him right away, and was that Caden that?
Caden came up and got him out of bounds.
Yep.
They're going to keep the clock running.
Well, under 3 minutes to play in this first quarter, and Dovray-Rota just methodically going up and down the field right now.
So no gain on that carries.
Well, you give yourself this far side of the field with that right-handed quarterback if you want to roll him out so he can take a peek and Looked like we had the left guard move just a bit.
Well, a big penalty there against Dovray-Rota. It gives you a little bit more room to operate, but it still gives you 13 yards now.
So 3rd and 13, or actually 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line. And yeah, like you mentioned, you give yourself 13 yards and another 10 in the end zone to kind of operate with that your pattern, your tree pattern. But you're going to reset.
Yeah, here we go.
All right. And it's going to be incomplete. Clock will stop with 2:05, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
Not sure. Looks like they might bring in the field goal unit.
I guess I was expecting Williams to kind of hold on to that ball just a little bit longer and stretch that out and see if he couldn't get someone to bite up and flip it over the top or get himself a few more yards. Snap is down. And good, just over. So Dovray-Rota, after a long first drive, just about the entire first quarter,
Minute
down
58
at
left.
58, goes up 3-0. And boy, we've seen this before, the importance of a field goal kicker. When you can put points on the board, that's a big, big deal. So we'll see what the Gophers offense
13
has.
yards plus the 10. That was a 23-yard field goal.
Into the wind. Yeah, looks like things kind of calmed down a little bit here, and
yeah, just the mist going a little bit slower now from right to left. We should have a chance here to return this kick.
like Chase Johnston and DeAndre Williams back. And short back, I can't see if it's Benny or Ben Carey or not. Well, front line, have your selves ready. Williams to kick off. Going to keep this one low. Good line drive kick, and Chase is going to just jump on that. Couldn't quite pick it up. It skimmed right on the ground. And
yeah, unfortunate there. I think he had a little bit of room to get upfield just when you go down to the ground and then pick up that ball. You're considered down.
Yeah, and he had room, like you mentioned, he had room to work with because that was such a real line drive shot down the field. He probably had another 10 yards to. Kale in the backfield, going to hand off to him. He's going to go, oh, nice run. 8 yards on that run.
Yeah, room up the middle and busted it out to the outside a little bit. Got 7 yards.
This looks like a night that's about perfect for his running style, just downhill. Don't do anything too exotic, just run people over. Under 1:30 to play in this first quarter. Gophers down 3-0 to Dovray-Rota. And looks like Devin might have been coming toward the line. So backs him up 5 yards.
So a penalty apiece so far to start out this first quarter with 1:24 left to go.
Well, 2nd and 8, still okay, but looks like we're going to run the same thing. Carson's going to follow his blockers to the outside, try to cut it up. And a good job of stringing that out by Dovray-Rota's defense. He did get a couple of yards on it. I think Devon's probably got to be a little careful of turning that corner before they snap that ball. Clock runs. Going to be under a minute to play here before they snap it and get this one off. Parker a little dinged up with a knee burst. I think he's got some fluid in the front of his knee, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, didn't play at all last week.
Ooh, ball is on the ground. It's going to be, we'll see if we got it. Kale comes up with it, but boy, just one of those things.
Well, one of the things we did get some practice on last week was punting the ball, so.
Yes, so Sean Kirshner comes in to punt. Leonard's is going to come back. And if you're talking about chopping and breaking down, you know, with those chop steps, this is the guy to do it against because he's got some shiftiness to him. Snaps back. Good punt there from Sean. There was, he's going to get himself a 10-yard return up to our 45. Looks like Johnston was down there right away, and he's flying. He just,
it's
just a little quick.
It's tough when you're going full speed, and unless you can meet them right when they catch that ball, they only need to make one move to get upfield. So here we are, Eyota starting in Chatfield territory on Chatfield's 46-yard line.
Well, with 1 second left in this first quarter, and Gophers looking to respond on the defensive end. Gophers offense just could never get anything rolling in that offensive possession. Gonna hand it off up the middle. And he's gonna fall forward for a gain of about 3 yards. Burnett comes in from that linebacker position on the outside and makes the tackle. Now, as we go to the second quarter, Lance, their offensive line, Dovray-Rota is getting a push on us right now. And they're able to get at least one guy on that side that they're running to up to the second level and at least shade somebody and fall forward for 3 to 5 yards almost every play. So I don't know if we want to tighten up splits or
tighten it up or even bring another guy in there, just another linebacker or defensive line. Because I'm guessing we're going to see a steady flow here of run unless we can stop it. Then they'll have to go to the air. But so far the run game for Dovray-Rota is working effectively.
Well, they did the exact same thing to Caledonia when they were down there. They were moving the ball very efficiently against them, and they had a couple of injuries going into the about midway or early in the third quarter. It just kind of derailed their offense. This is a real big game seeding-wise. We need to take this one. With only 6 teams in our section. Leonard's going to try to get to the right side. Oh, he's going to get a face. Oh, that looked like a face mask.
Yeah, I think he was starting the tackle up high, and then he did bring the hand down.
Kale actually got locked up face mask with somebody. Coming up on the rut, so we got a couple of them knocked up or locked up together. So third down and about 6, close to 7 here for the Eagles. Good wide side for them over there toward their bench. We've got Leonard's is going to go to the right side and get tripped up, and he's going to lose a yard or so.
It looked like he got tripped up and then his knee hit down. So loss of a yard for Leonard's.
4th down and 7 for them. And they're going to keep their offense on the field, but I'm pretty sure he punts as well, so I don't know if we're...
Well, we had Caledonia last week, punted twice on their own or our 37-yard line.
Well, the one went out of bounds at what, the 1 or 2 yard line, and that was well played there. So 4th and 7, clock's running. We're under 10:40 to play here in the second quarter. Back to pass. Going to get flushed out. And we'll see. He's going to be complete.
Yeah, number 2 there, Damon Bai on the reception. 5'11", 160 senior.
And I think Bai got dinged up in that Cal game too, if I'm not mistaken. So nice to have him back for Dovray-Rota. Boy, he just got a knee in bounds. That was really close to the sideline. Good job of putting that ball where only he was going to get that as well. So another first down for Dovray-Rota. Clock winds once again. Going to boot out. Nice pass over there into that little hook zone. And that's going to be another Dovray-Rota first down. So I got a scoring update. Jen sent me this here. Cal is up 42-0 in the second quarter.
Rolling over PEM.
Whew. And they're going to get him in the backfield this time. The ball came out.
Might have come out. See if there's any indication. And they're going to wind the clock. So Eyota ball, but not after about a 4-yard loss, maybe 5.
Well, I think Levi is actually, he waited a little bit longer than his brother to grow, and I think he's got another inch or two that he's grown since last year. So he's seeing up above what's going on the field, able to roll out and get a really good look at what's going on. Trips to this side. They like to come across the middle in this pattern here. Oh, and 2 guys rush, can't get him. Going to come to the middle. Ooh. And we're going to have a flag on the play, probably. Ooh, maybe have a
legal man
hold.
Downfield.
Oh.
And he come over to the sideline to see what we want to do with that penalty, asking coach.
I think I'd almost back him up another.
Got the wind of the back on the field goal. We're going to decline it.
Going to make it 3rd down and 15 still.
So nice job there by the Gophers. Looked like they might have been setting up for some type of screen action. He was able to roll out and looked like he might have had somebody open there.
Well, they run this, when they run that trip set over here, they got that drag route that comes along and kind of gets behind the linebackers and finds that soft spot. Gonna reset. Williams gonna step back to pass, roll to his right again. Not finding anybody. Gonna get tapped there by oh, and he comes back to make the catch in the end zone. Oh, he lofts it up there, and they're going to go up 9-0 on the Gophers here.
That'd be Bolton Tessing in the back of the end zone for the score for the Eagles. 22 yards on the touchdown reception.
Well, it looked like our D-backs didn't think he was going to throw that, and Tessing was a good job getting himself, positioned in the end zone and just went and got that one. So they're going to go up 9-0 on the Gophers, and Chatfield needs to respond. 8:42 to play in this first half. They will kick it again. Snaps back. It's good. And it's good. They will go up 10-0 on Chatfield. And boy, it's Time to right the ship here, boys. Just get ourselves a good drive before half, and we will get the ball after halftime. But as far as the aggressor goes in this one, Dovray-Rota has been that role tonight so far.
Yeah, just methodically working themselves downfield. The Gophers just one possession here in the first half so far. They have fumbled one time, a penalty on another. Just not looking very efficient offensively on that first series. We'll see if they can't put something together here. Well, I should give a shout out to the group on Grove Street tonight. The Klima Carriage has got some 95 alumni sitting in there, tuning into the game tonight.
Well, Johnston and Williams back to receive, and last time he went with that low liner.
This one might go through the end zone.
He's going to keep it down again, and DeAndre's going to, I think he touched that one. He's going to have to pick it up at the 2-yard line. Going to try to get to the outside, and he's got a little room, but nice return from where he started there.
Yeah, we'll just scrum it all the way down.
And the Gophers are going to get this one. Wow, where we started and where we ended up. That's a good deal there. Up at the 25-yard line. Wow. That looked initially like it was going to be a bad deal. Well, Gophers going into the wind with 8:30 to play, and a couple of good runs initially for Chatfield in that first series, but a penalty backed them up and put the ball on the ground on the exchange to Kale, got it back, but then had to punt right away. We're going to go student body right and try to get Carson out. Got a little room to run. Hangs on to the ball, and that's going to be a Gopher first down, 11-yard run for Carson. Student
body right, get out there and run. 10 yards, 11 yards on that carry and a first down. First down for the Gophers.
Well, you got to believe that the Gopher offensive line is a little feisty right now. I'm hoping they are anyway.
Should be a little hungry.
Yeah. Coming up on 8 minutes to play in this first half. Ball's on the ground again, and that is going to be Dovray-Rota football. That's 2 fumbles here so far in this first half, and we give it to them with a short field again. So there's that turnover bug, Lance.
It's kind of been there all season.
Well, if you're Dovray-Rota, I wouldn't be shocked here. I know they've been running the ball well, but, you know, you just recovered a fumble and go for territory. Go big. Eric Coryell this thing, I guess. And
yeah, win behind your back.
I mean, from the 33-yard line. They're going to hand this off. Couple of yards on the play for Leonards.
Yeah, that's going to be number 1. Cooper Kellen.
Oh, Cooper Kellen. Old Katie and Dom. See how the boys are doing out in North Dakota. We've got Zach is out at NDSU, and Brody is in his first year at North Dakota State. He wanted to go a little further into North Dakota than Zach. So hopefully those guys are tuning in here tonight. And hello to them. Played a lot of ball with them over the years. And he's going to stacked up. No. Good job getting what he could get. Boy, going to be a loss on the play, but he was back there. It's almost got loose. Yeah, and I see we've got Carson playing this outside again, and I don't know. We've got your starting quarterback, and he's running the ball quite often. Oof. I think if we have to go anywhere, it'll probably be Raymaker.
Yeah, Parker was out there in warm-ups throwing some passes there. He does have the pads on.
And that one's going to be incomplete. There's going to be a
Comes
flag
the
on the
flag.
play. Did we have a lineman downfield again? Looked like we had the right guard downfield quite a ways.
They're going to decline it. Yep, another illegal man downfield.
Well, a good fake on the play. We had 2 of our 3 linemen going the other way with the running back, so a real good keep and a roll out to his left. Twins to each side, so they're going to try to put a little pressure on our D-backs. Back to pass. And he's going to find him in that soft spot here, and that'll be good for an Eagle first down.
Yeah, another completed pass too. I think it was number 2. I can't quite pick up the number, but maybe Damon By again on that reception.
Well, marching once again from the 15-yard line with 6 minutes to play in this first half, and Dovray-Rota definitely the aggressor tonight. Going to hand off, try to get to the outside. Keel's going to run him down from the backside. And that'll bring up second down. Very short gain on the play. Well, Lance, if you're Dovray-Rota,
yeah, you're just going to keep on doing what you're doing. You can run the ball pretty well. They've been able to pass the ball. He's got 61 yards passing on 5 of 8.
Well, 2nd and 9. He's going to follow his blockers through, and he's going to get to the outside again. That's going to be another first down. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, we had somebody inside there. Had a chance to bring him down, but again, just kind of jumping in the air and throwing one arm out there is not going to do the job. So now they're 1st and goal from the 3.
Well, a lot of real estate to run on the other side and clock to work with. 5:12 to play, 1st and goal. Eagles already up 10-0 on Chatfield. Going to hand off to the inside and get about 1.5 yards on the play. Well, at the 2-yard line, and they went quick up the gut there. I would not be shocked to see him put it on his back hip and go to the outside here to the far side.
Yeah, they'll probably do this 2 more times.
They're going to come up tight.
They're just go Wildcat here up the middle.
And it's going to be close. It's going to be touchdown. Leonard's on the Wildcat. And we've got, we've got somebody down on the field. And just like that, 4:31 to play in this first half, and Dovray-Rota up 16-0 on the Gophers. See, I'm trying to see. I think it might be Braylon Burnett that came through that and kind of got tangled up. Might have got a knee here to the side. Oh, Braylon is here. Okay. Well, he's going to get up and, yep, this is Nathan. Chad Eichhoff here tonight, as well as Shauna Hoff from Dovray-Rota's staff, the athletic trainer there. Well, when we resume play, Gophers are going to have to
figure it out in a hurry.
Yep, we've got 4:31 to play, and everything that Dovray-Rota has tried to do tonight they've done what they wanted to do, and Gophers just need to get on the board here before half. Snap's good. Johnston just about gets to that, and that's going to be good. And that'll make it 17-0 in favor of Dovray-Rota. Yeah, Nate's down here. I think the way Leonard went through there, he flew back or into the backfield. He might have gotten it in the ear hole with a knee, so he's getting checked out on the bench. Well, Lance, Gophers have been their own worst enemy on the last couple of drives, a couple of fumbles, and just have not been able to get any push from the offensive line. It's been a little bit tough sledding here on that line. But credit to Eyota, they've been firing off, and
we've had 4 or 5 total plays. We got a first down on that first run from Carson, rolling on our first possession. The next one we turn around and fumble right away. So still haven't really had much opportunity on the offensive side, but that's what happens when you turn the ball over. Happened over in Caledonia, 4 total turnovers. That's not going to win you any games.
No.
That's kind of the way we're starting out this game tonight.
Well, we talked a little bit here about not letting Dovray-Rota get going. They've, for that senior group they've had, they took some lumps when they were a little younger. They almost looks like their numbers are coming back up a bit.
Looked like we had offsides, but they're not going to call it.
Johnston's going to take this one, get a couple of blocks, and good job breaking down on the coverage from Dovray-Rota. He's going to get it out past, just about to the 30-yard line, it looks like. Cooper Kellen with the tackle again. Well, Lance, number one, we just need to get that snap off efficiently and hand the ball off.
Yeah, we need a little bit of energy,
Yep.
too. We didn't have any energy last week, and we got to play with a little bit of sense of urgency here.
Well, if we can get some points on the board before half and get it back after and do the same. Carson's going to try to get to the outside. Ooh. And they stopped that up pretty quickly. I thought he might have gotten a couple more if he just got upfield a little bit, but Hughes stops him after 4 yards. Well, we've got 2 wideouts to this side, and Ben Carrier and Caden Boyum. Gonna hand off to Kale.
Hey,
He's
you
gonna
got the
go
handoff
over
off.
the left side, still up, and that's gonna be real close to a first down. Ball pops
Yep,
out
they're
after
gonna
the whistle.
mark it as a first down. Kale shot second carry, 13 yards.
Well, Dovray-Rota with, Kale's going to break one up the middle, put his head down, and looks like he's probably going to get a face mask call. Either that or he put his crown down a little too deep. Well, another 15 yards would be just fine. 3:29 to play and a huge hole up the middle there.
A long discussion here. I'm
see.
not sure exactly what he saw.
And it's going to be on the Gophers. So,
tough call there.
Yeah.
He had 2 hands on the ball. He's got to protect. So negates about a 25-yard gain for Cale Schott.
Well, it's going to be first down and about 8 yards. And they're going to call a false start on the Gophers. So someone must have popped just a little bit. Well, things just kind of snowballing on us right now. We just need to right the ship and get ourselves another first down. Kind of a subjective call on that helmet contact, quite honestly. But can't do anything about that. And a lot of defenders up at the line of scrimmage. Carson's going to keep it himself and kind of a delay, but boy, they were right there.
Yeah, nothing there on the right side as he faked the handoff and stood there for about a half second. Hopefully the guys would trail the ball, the fake, but they didn't bite, so no gain on the carry.
Well, Dovray-Rota doing their job right now and just staying home, defensively. And they're going to stack things up the middle. They have 8 guys coming on every play, it looks like, and just rushing those gaps.
Well, we'll see 3rd and long here. We haven't attempted a pass yet tonight. We'll see if we decide to go to the air.
Well, we've got just one deep safety and everyone else up. Maybe we can get Benny down that seam and get that kind of that outside move and get the inside on that that cornerback on this side. They're going to shift again. Take the handoff. Cale's going to take that screen. And going to be a pickup of about 3 yards. And with the clock running down to about 1:30, we're probably going to have to punt this ball. And Dovray-Rota is going to take a timeout. And
yeah, smart timeout there by Eyota. Get this ball back. We're punting into the wind.
Well, just nothing quite going right on the offensive side of the ball. We just no rhythm right now. I mean, certainly not an insurmountable lead at this point, but Gophers need to just get moving in the right direction. Sean Kirshner is going to step back there. Well, into the wind, and we'll see what Kirshner's got up his sleeve here. Good snap, hopefully. A little high, but he brings it down. Not a bad punt. Hey, look up, Ben.
Just killed it.
Yep. And they are going to grab that one. Devin Reinhardt with that pickup. And there's a couple of patterns we haven't seen in us able to get that connection here. We were hitting the seam so hard here in the first 4 games, and we just have not been able to hit that seam effectively. So Dovray-Rota with 2 timeouts left and 1:27 on the clock from the 40-yard line, or their 40-yard line. Williams back to pass, going to loft it up, and it's going to be caught out of bounds. That will stop the clock. You can just kind of tell right now they got some spring.
Well, all time to throw back there. Just kind of lofted that up just a little too far to the outside. He did catch it, but he was out of bounds.
Well, 1:21 to play. Gophers down 17-0 to Dovray-Rota. It looks like we tightened things up on the D line a little bit. We've put that outside line or outside end down. Stretch that one out. And good job. Well, very minimal gain, and the clock's going to go under 1 minute. Dovray-Rota going to let this one wind a little bit. Thought we had somebody who was trying to strip the ball on the back end as he went by.
I think they're going to use all this clock here.
Single back. Jules to the far side. Williams going to keep it himself. Gophers defense a better job of stacking these, recognizing, but he's still picked up about 4 yards on that. He's gonna, it's like somebody's gonna take a timeout.
Gophers.
Chatfield here. Well, 4th down, and we'll see if maybe they are gonna kick this one, or the way their defense has been playing tonight, I would not be shocked to see him go for it with this amount of time on the clock. And us going into the win, it'll be really tough for us to really get a whole lot of passing yards going at this point. But we'll see if they play the odds or not. At this point, I might be inclined to gamble a little bit. 17-0, and this is you've come out and you've really taken control of most of this game or this first half. Maybe you want to take a shot, see if you can induce some kind of defensive penalty, or and they're going to leave their offense on the field. And Gophers defense is going to jump on this side. And that's going to be very close to a first down. Just on the line.
Encroachment on the defense. Flag-yard penalty to be assessed.
They're going to talk about this one and see. And that is going to give them a first down. So 24 seconds left. Didn't even have to start the clock. Got themselves a first down.
Yeah, probably go on 3 again.
Shut our ears off. Trying to get a Schoenfelder gets off the field. Back to pass. Going to get flushed out of the pocket. Going to be a holding. Receiver in, the D-back fell down back there. And that was, it was a pretty noticeable hold going in there. Ethan Cole had gotten himself around the corner. And that'll back him up. Still first down, but we've got about 20 yards to go for the Eagles.
Well, you never know. They throw it up and you get a chance to pick that off. You better be thinking returning that thing back.
Yeah. We just need something to spark us here, and interception return would be wonderful before half.
Yeah, they're just going to kneel on it.
Well, we're going to run the clock out here in this first half, Lance. Gophers down 17-0, and we'll have to make some adjustments and get the ball back in the second half right away, but really just got to get something rolling, something positive happening on the offensive side of the ball. Let's just run through our stats here. I know we don't have
not a lot
to talk
we
about
got,
here.
Carson Rowland's got 1 completion for 5 yards. That was DeKale's shot on that little screen. DeKale's shot has 3 carries for 18. Carson Rowland has 4 carries for 18, and that's all for the Gophers on offense. For Eyota, they had the ball all day. 83 yards passing for Levi Williams. Landon Leonard's 12 carries for 20 and a TD. Levi's got 8 carries for 25. Cooper Kellen has got a carry for 3. Damon Byes a couple catches for 29. Brock Hughes a catch for 10. Bolton Tessing catch 3 for 45 and a touchdown. Leonard scored the 1 TD from 2 yards out. Tessing from 22 on that, I believe it was a 4th down play there, or 3rd and long, whatever. And then Williams on the field goal from 25 yards out. So that brings us to 17-0 Eyota. So yeah, not a lot going on the offensive side for Chatfield. Penalties, fumbles, just not going to get it done.
Well, if you're Dovray-Rota, you would hope that they would have shortened this halftime and let you get right back on the field, because you're feeling your oats right now. Anything you've done, and it starts up front, they've been able to do. And a couple of big plays, a couple of turnovers from us, they've capitalized on those. Came right down in that first drive and took the entire first quarter basically and kicked a field goal, got points out of everything they've done so far, other than that kneel down this last drive. If you're the Gophers, you just have to start running downhill. We had a couple of plays, but, negated on a penalty, kind of subjective, but they call it, so you can't do anything about it now. But we just need to string a few plays together and get a little confidence. If we come back out and score, make it a couple score ball games, stop them, the complexion of things changes a lot. But, boy, Dovray-Rota's probably going to start grinding it out again and just
we're going to have to come
suck
out and
the clock down.
Stop that run. And then when they get outside, make sure you're covering those wide receivers that are in the area so you can deflect it, knock it down. And then offensively, we just got to get rolling. And hopefully they'll go into halftime, make some adjustments, see what happens in the second half.
All righty. Well, we will take a break, and we'll be back with second half action here. Gophers down 17-0 to the Dovray-Rota Eagles. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back, Gopher fans. Andy O'Connor along with Lance Boyum and the Rick Irish. We gave Rocky Burnett and Dennis Geachie the night off to stay dry and watch this game. Well, I see Rocky's here anyway. But Gophers going into the second half, Lance, down 17-0. They're going to get the ball, but we talked at halftime. We just got to find some kind of a spark and something to really get us over the top here and getting a little energy going.
Yeah, well, at least we got the opportunity right away to get this ball and hopefully march it down and put some points on the board.
Well,
get a little bit of momentum shift maybe.
Well, you look at Chatfield right now, and halftime, maybe it came at a good time for them. They just needed to get off the field and get themselves right. Another kickoff going to stay down and going to be taken at the 4-yard line. Chase Johnson's going to try to get outside, and he is going to get taken down. Boy, at about looks like the 12-yard line. Oof.
Yeah, another good kick there by Eyota. Levi Williams pinning that back into the corner underneath the fingertips of Chase Johnston. He got the ball and ran as fast as he could, try to get something, but not a lot there. And again, backed up deep in their own territory on their own 11-yard line are the Gophers.
Well, 11:53 to play in this third quarter, and Chatfield wants to get back into this and make this even that handoff looked like it was bobbled just a bit. Kale's going to get a pretty decent gain there, a few yards, 4 yards about. We talked about this, maybe trying to get ourselves a few yards or a few plays called and just get up there and go. Looks like we're overloading the line to this side. We've got both Ethan Cole and Jacob Stevens over here. And he's going to slip behind the line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Well, we overloaded it to this side, and we ran to the opposite side. So
yeah, you thought maybe we were going to kind of swing it outside here, but lost his footing inside, so no gain on that carry.
Well, we're going to go Carson to the right side. He's got a little room to run, still on his feet. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Gophers. Nice job, Carson. Broke another tackle and went for another few yards, and boy, we needed that.
Yeah, 1st down on a big 3rd down play for the Gophers. 16 yards on the carry.
Well, 10:30 to play in this third quarter, and Gophers again going to overload the line. Going to look for that play. And we've got that trip series over on the side that we talked a little bit about at halftime. We're going to run to the other side. Good job coming up and making the tackle. Boy, you put that guy in an island to bring down Kale. He did a very nice job on that one.
Yeah, Landon Leonard's on the tackle there. Or excuse me. That was number 1, Cooper Kellen.
Cooper Kellen. Second and 7. We're going to go left with Carson. Pretty good job of stringing that out. We're still going to get about 3-4 yards on that play. And it'll bring up 3rd down and a long 3, maybe 4 yards. Well, we are coming up on 9:20 to play, or under 9:20 to play. Get the play in. Dovray-Rota with a lot of bodies close to the line. We're going to go Kale up the middle. He's going to have a seam to work with. And it's going to be a Gopher 1st down, and that's the way to open up a hole.
Yeah, about 17 yards for Kale's shot. Another 1st down for the Gophers, so a little bit of excitement for the offensive side of the ball we haven't seen in a couple of weeks.
Well, clock winds once again. It's going to be under 9 minutes to play. And Chatfield with a couple of big plays when they needed it. Oh, and we're going to have movement on the line and a 5-yard penalty.
Well, we led in penalties in the first half, category you don't want to be the leader in, and we're starting it off here in the second half, so 1st and 15.
Well, back up to the line. Kale's going to lose his footing once again. Like he was just trying to make that cut, but we've got 2 guys through the line. So he wanted to make a cut to the outside, but tonight things probably getting a little sloppy up the middle on the field.
It's been a steady miss all night. The winds sometimes pick up. Right now it's fairly calm.
Well, 2nd and 15. Devin Reinhardt in motion. We're going to go left. He's going to follow Kale. Good block. Carson's still on his feet, going to cut to the outside and get out of bounds to stop the clock. 8:05, and that is a Gopher first down.
Well, another big run there by Carson Rowland.
Well, Kale got down in front of him. He was about 12 yards down, 12, 15 yards downfield, and made a nice block to get him another
sideline penalty against Eyota.
And just a warning, but well, 8:05 to play in this third quarter. Gophers driving deep into Dovray-Rota territory at the 28-yard line. We're going to go up the middle with Kale's shot. And he's going to drag several Eagles with him. And that is going to be another Gopher first down. And tonight for Kale, that's the way you're going to have to run.
Yeah, that was a good hard run there.
And
a couple of offensive linemen pushing him down. 12 yards on that carry.
Gophers quick up to the ball again. We're going to get that snap off. We're going to run it almost the same exact play. And that's going to be close to another first down. I think another one.
There we go. There's that sense of urgency I was looking for.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Same thing. Oh, boy, just about fumbled that snap. Good job hanging on there. It's 54 from, that looks like a Went. Second and goal. Boy, we just about had danger on that handoff there. Coming up under 7 minutes to play in this third quarter. Gophers driving. Second and goal. Clock still going here. 2 wideouts to the far side. Carson's going to keep it himself, go to the right side. Touchdown, Gophers.
There's what we needed.
6:40 to play. Gophers get on the board, 17-6. And we look like we're going to keep we're going to kick it.
Well, let's get that kick team out there so we don't have to waste a timeout. Looks like everybody's getting out there.
Yep, we've got 11 on the field. Benny, see if we can't get yourself an extra point here. Ben Carey to kick. Caden Boyum to hold. And it's going to be a fake. Pass out to, there we go.
Nice little play there. Gophers.
Carson Rowland, and that's the old number 5. Carter Daniels used to run that one. So we pulled one out of the bag of tricks. I like it. And Benny was he was a little closer to the tee there, and I didn't know if he was going to sell it or not. So that's going to put the Gophers on the board 17-8 here, and that is desperately what we needed here in this first drive.
Well, looking for something positive out of the offense, and to come out here in the second half, the boys found a little spark.
Well, I was hoping Schmaltzy would have played a little purple Lamborghini for us here and got everything going.
Well, a little thunderstruck
but
right now kind of fits
fine.
the weather going on.
6:40 to play in this third. Ethan Cole to kick off. That up back is going to be
offsides.
Probably going to keep this one down. And they're going to fall on it at the 38-yard line. And good field position once again for Dovray-Rota, who has the wind at their back right now.
We'll see if that momentum doesn't carry over on the defensive side of the ball for the Gophers, as Eyota had a lot of success running and throwing the ball in that first half.
High snap. Leonard's is going to take it out the right side. Good gainer for him. That's going to be a gain of about 5 yards.
Leonard's now 13 carries, 25 yards for the Eagles.
So 2nd and 5. Dovray-Rota up quick to the ball. High snap, going to hold off to Leonard's again, and he's going to have the first down and more.
Yeah, good cut back and keeping on his feet, grinding that out. 14 yards and a first down for the Eagles.
Well, Gophers right now, boy, they came out and did what they needed to do on offense, but Dovray-Rota has answered the call right here.
Well, now we're in a bend but don't break defense type situation here on our own 42-yard line.
Leonard's once again over the right side. Ethan Cole's going to come in from that tackle position rather, and make the tackle after a gain, still a gain of 3 on that play. Looks like they've got us stretched out a little bit here, Lance. We've got our normal three-man front, but we've got Ethan playing quite a ways off on that side. Williams is going to run off off the right side. He's going to run out of bounds to stop the clock. We'll see where they
pretty
spot
close
him.
there. I think they're going to give him a first down.
Well, Chatfield just looking for a way to stop the tide or stem the tide here, and
they'll lull you to sleep up the middle a few times and then fake that handoff, and Levi's got some pretty good speed. He can get to the outside, those long strides.
Hand off to Leonard's. Chase Johnson going to come up and make that tackle after a gain of about 2 yards roughly. We're really depending on those outside linebackers in the tackles to come down the line and make those plays, which kind of tells me that they're shooting out with their guards and hitting our second level pretty effectively. Taking a long time in that play. They're going to hand off up the middle to Leonard's again.
I thought we had a hold there.
And that's going to be good for another first down. Harrison Rowland going to make the tackle. And just like that, they are deep into Gopher territory once again. And all that momentum we had after that drive there, they just are
marching it down the field.
Taking it right back right now. Under 3:40 to play in this third quarter. Gophers down 17-8 after that last score theirs. Dovray-Rota driving very effectively, taking a lot of time off the clock. Leonard's going to try to cut to the outside and get taken down after a gain of just about a yard. 2nd down and 9. Well, I know we don't want to get too exotic here, but I think we probably reached the point where we need to take a couple of chances trying to knife through that
bringing
line.
Somebody from the defensive backfield up to the line, see if they can't get in there, and a free shot.
Leonard's come up a little tighter with Williams. They're going to hand it to that back coming across, and it's going to be a loss on the play.
Yeah, good job there by the defense. Nothing fooling them. That was Damon By on that carry. Loss of 2 on that carry.
Well, 3rd and 11. They tried a little something different here, that inside handoff with that almost like a jet sweep coming back there with that wide out, but Gophers got upfield and stayed home on the backside.
And on these field conditions, your best move is to cut up, and it's tough.
And we'll see if we're going to draw him off.
Yeah, they're going to call false start. So we'll back him up 5 more.
Well, I saw Ethan jump initially, and I thought maybe they'd get him on drawing him. Well, 3rd and 16. Williams into the ball game at the
bring a little speed
tackle.
On the edge here with DeAndre.
Two wideouts to the far side. 3rd and 15. Kale coming up into the gap, going to back off. They're going to go with Leonards again. He's going to cut effectively. Gophers stack this one up, though, but he's still going to get 5 yards. Going to be down under 1:30, or actually closer to 1:20 before they snap this one. So they're again chewing up a lot of clock. 4th down. Kind of taking their time, and Williams getting that play in from the sideline. Clock is definitely Dovray-Rota's friend right now, as much as they can chew off of here. Back to pass. And he's going to step up and run it. And he's going to have a 1st down.
First down, they're going to give it to him. It'll be a 9-yard, 10-yard gain there for Levi, just stepping up in the pocket.
Well, we had their tackles doing just enough on the outside, getting those guys peeled off to the edges. And Levi just stepped up in there, didn't see anything he liked downfield, so he just took off. So under 30 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Gophers down 17-8. Dovray-Rota threatening. Hand off to Leonards again. Gonna get wide. Nice gain again. Going to be 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line. I mean, we're getting hands on him on that outside, but we're just not hanging on. And that's going to take us to the 4th quarter, and Dovray-Rota threatening to score once again, and the Gophers down 17-8 right now. So Lance, offensively, we did what we needed to do, but Dovray-Rota didn't like that a whole lot, and they came back and took the momentum.
Yeah, you know, we started off, we got the ball at about our own 10-yard line on a deep kick, and we had to march all the way down the field, and now we kicked off to them, and it was a short kick, so they got excellent field position, and they've slowly just grinded it out, and now they're in scoring position when it's the start of the 4th quarter.
Well, the clock is not our friend, so we have to find a way to hopefully stop this score and then go down and, you know, get 3 more of our own. But time is of the essence here. 12 minutes to play in this ball game. And, you know, credit Williams. He took off and got what he needed here. Just got that first down. I thought maybe he was shy, but reached out just far enough to get that first down. Dovray-Rota takes the field once again. From the, well, it looks like they spotted him back at the 3-yard line. Well, if we needed a push from the D-line, this is the time.
And they're going to go on the Wildcat. They're going to direct snap up the middle.
Yeah, they're going to stop him up. A gain of, oh boy, maybe a gain of a couple yards there at close to the 1-yard line.
Leonard's now 21 carries, 70 yards.
So really not like he's, I mean, he's had a nice night. He's had to gain or actually work real hard for some of those yards. He's, after first contact, he's done very well tonight. Like they're going to go that same thing. Going to try to get wide, and he's going to get stopped up and lose a couple, actually 4 yards.
That'll bring up 4th down. We'll see if they put in the, bring back in Levi Williams at the quarterback position.
Well, the luxury Dovray-Rota's got now, even if they don't score, they've pinned us back here, and the clock is, you know, still running. Oh, we're going to come across the line for an encroachment penalty, and that's going to be an automatic first down, if I'm not mistaken.
Encroachment on the defense's indication, half the distance to the goal. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. 4th and 1.
4th down, still 4th down, but only a yard to go now.
Yeah, they could just as well bring that Wildcat back in, but they're not going to take anything. And they are going to bring it back. Going to stuff things up real tight. No, Levi is going to come in and sneak it in. He's going to be shy.
Yeah, the judge here has them short.
And it should be, well,
no signal yet.
We still had 3rd down on the chains.
Now we're going to bring the chains out for a first measurement I've seen all season.
Yeah. Well, good news about that. We stopped the clock at least. 10:21 to play. That'll be a first down for Dovray-Rota. And be a pretty tough ask from the half-yard line to
and now they'll wind that clock. They'll take all the time they need here.
he's going to go on the left side, and it's going to be another touchdown for the Dovray-Rota Eagles, and that will make it 23-8, and they will go for the extra point. They'll huddle this thing up, 10:02. Well, actually, it looks like they're didn't see him grab a tee, so maybe they are going for 2 here. They will go for 2 points. Williams going to take the snap, going to roll to his right, flip it into the end zone, and that is complete. That'll make it 25-8. Flag on the play. Might have been a legal motion by chance.
I'm not sure. We'll see. Personal foul, chop block.
Well, I saw Ethan Cole mention something here a couple of plays ago. He pointed at his knees, but that's going to back him up, and clock obviously doesn't start on.
So they'll try the kick here now.
Well, 15-yard penalty going to take them back to the 18-yard line. It'll be a 28-yard kick. They did make that that field goal right away from 23, so we'll see if he sneaks this one over. That one is going to be wide left. Well, Gophers down 2 scores still, so we've got to go down, get ourselves a score and a 2-point conversion, and then get that ball back and do it all over again. But Dovray-Rota is not going to let us do that very easily.
No, it's going to be important here for the Gophers to get some type of return, not let it go through our grips, and try and pick it up at the 1-yard line. So we got a tall task here.
Well, 10:02 to play, and we've got all our timeouts, obviously, so do they. But if Dovray-Rota calls a timeout, it's going to have to be for something real fluky, because they do not want that clock to stop at all costs. And Williams has done a very nice job kicking tonight, keeping that thing down on just a line shot. So Williams back to kick. We've got Johnston and Williams back to receive. We're going to get even lower and slower. And going to be bobble at about the 22-yard line. DeAndre's going to get to the outside. And he's going to have himself a pretty darn good return. Gophers start off with good field position. Best field position of the night. While that up back, I think, touched it just slightly, so it was live from the get-go.
So, yeah, but a nice job to pick that up and then get up into the middle and then break it out to the outside and pick up as much as you can. We'll start it on the 45-yard line.
Well, with 9:51 to play, we can't really go into our, let's look to the sideline. Clock is stopped now, so we don't have to worry about it, but we need to get these things in and out. Time is of the essence, obviously. Back to pass is Carson Rowland. And it's going to be knocked down. He's looking for Caden Boyum in good coverage.
Yeah, good coverage there to the outside. Looked like Bolton Tessing, who came over the top there, almost had the interception. Good thing about that play is the clock did stop.
Well, I would like to see if we're going to run something like that again. Fly those guys down there or run that wheel route and get those guys downfield a bit. Maybe hit somebody in the flat here at about 8 yards and let them do some business, get ourselves a first down. We're going to run left. This going to follow Kale. Good block by Kale. Carson going to get out of bounds. And a good pickup there. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. So Carson just followed Kale and a couple of good blocks
good
by
block
Kale.
there by Kale. Just hung with his guy and was able to get him downfield and down to the ground.
Clock is running again, and I'm not sure why. I thought he got out of bounds. Carson's going to run to the wide side, going to put his head down, and that's not going to get there. I'm trying to still understand why that clock was running
because
there.
it looked like he ran
He
out of
was
bounds.
out of bounds, and we lost about 10 seconds on that play. And it's going to be 4th down and 1. So Gophers got to get this one here. I'm just assuming we're going to snap it and get straight ahead. Going to hand that off to Kale. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. Hold on to the ball. And if you're Dovray-Rota, you're probably going after that thing as hard as you can.
Now about 7 yards for Kale's shot, a first down. Clock keeps running.
They're going to reset the chains. Starts up again here. Under 8:20 to play. Back to pass once again. Carson's going to take off and slip. Looked like he was trying to find someone in the flat and just took off and ran. Going to be under 8 minutes to play. 2nd and 13, a loss on the play. Field's going to step up a bit. Probably going to, well, fakes the handoff. Oh, good.
Just out of the reach there. Looked like Ben Carrier out of the intended receiver, just not able to come up with that. But 3rd down, 12 to go.
Well, let's get a big chunk of it at least. 7:36. Reinhardt in motion once again, going to fake that handoff. Carson going to drop the ball, well, this one might work out. Don't blindside block anybody, guys. And Roland's
maybe
going
back
to
to the line of scrimmage, maybe.
Yep, back there. Did not get out of bounds, so the clock is still running here. We've got 4th down and 13. Well, we've got to score twice here, and we really don't have an option but to go for it. And so we're going to have a timeout from the Gophers sideline. Well, if you're the Dovray-Rota Eagles right now, you can probably go into somewhat of an umbrella coverage and
prevent.
You know, if you give up the first down, you give up the first down, but you're not going to let them score on that. But keep them in bounds and get that clock running after the chain set at the very least. But the way they're coming back after the quarterback, they're getting upfield on the outside here, and we're trying to look like we're trying to get Carson rolled to that outside to get a look, but he just doesn't have much to go with once he gets out there. We're seeing some of their D linemen get upfield pretty well.
Well, I think in these conditions, trying to throw that ball to the outside is difficult. I think we need to try and get something over the middle and see if they can't pick up that first down.
Well, 4th and 13, and this is a huge play right here. Going to snap, fake the handoff. A little pressure up the middle. Carson's still on his feet, nowhere to go on that. They brought pressure on the outside, a couple extra people up there, and we are going to turn it over on downs. So with 6:48 to play, Gophers are going to have to either force a turnover, and Dovray-Rota, if they can get themselves a first down, they're going to be able to take about 3 minutes at least off the clock, and we're going to be up against the wall here.
Steady diet of Mr. Leonard's coming up here.
Well, wind picking up a little bit, blowing across kind of, and like you said, why would you go away from that if that side? stacked up. Still a gain of about 3 yards. Well, they gave him quite a bit of progress up there, pushed him back. So 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. And Carson down here getting possibly his ankle looked at down on the bench. Well, going to be close to 6 minutes to play once this ball is snapped. And a handoff once again to that side. Gophers are going to stop that up. It's going to be a loss of a yard.
And timeout, Gophers.
So Reinhardt and Johnston in on that tackle. 5:51 to play and second timeout. Really not much choice but to take that. You know, we stopped them up and we've got 3rd down and 8 here. I'm not so sure if they don't get this one, Lance. They don't go for it, quite honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
just to chew some more time.
Up 2 scores, the clock is your friend. You want to keep it running. Gophers don't need to come up with a big stop here and put them in, make them at least think about it.
Well, I think, have they punted once tonight, or they have not punted? So we're not sure what kind of punt snap they've got,
Yeah.
what kind of punt coverage they've got. Right now they've got, their level of confidence right now is through the roof. And well, starters here, we just need to make a stop on this play and stay home, contain Williams and Leonards here. Ooh, ball was on the ground. Levi Williams is going to jump on it.
Get back on it, too. Good break for the Eagles there as he fumbled it away, but was able to pick it up and jump forward to get it back to just a loss of a couple.
Well, looked like he wanted to put it on that back hip to kind of hide it, and it just slick and dropped out of his hand. Well, 4th down and 10 for Dovray-Rota. And they're going to take all of that time. We have Ben Carrier back for this one. Leonard's back to punt. And we'll see what call we had here. Delay of game, and that'll back them up another 5 yards. I think they'll probably take that without any argument.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can't get ourselves a snap here, and we've been pretty adept at blocking some punts in the last couple of years. Let's see, this would be a really good time to go get one. Bringing up some heavy pressure up the gut, it looks like. Good snap. Kick back is going to wobble a bit, but going to take a nice Dovray-Rota bounds, and we're going to take over about the 33. Oh, wow, they're going to mark that off a little further. Thank you, sir.
37-yard line.
Well, 4:51 to play. We've only got 1 timeout left, correct? I think we took a couple there on.
I think you're right, Andy.
So 1, Dovray-Rota's got all of theirs. They don't need to take them. One deep safety here. Let's see if we can. A little pass going. Carson looking for a little something. And it's almost picked off of the middle. Ooh.
Yeah, good defense there by Eyota. String that out to the short side of the field. Not a lot of room to operate over there.
Well, he came just free there, but good job breaking on that ball. Kind of threw across his body, so kind of a tough one to get into. Put a lot of juice on that ball. And they're going to drop into a 2 safety set. We're going to have to complete something at that 12 to 13 yard area roughly. We're going to go out to the flat. A couple of blocks for him. And he is going to get out of bounds. Gain of about 5 yards. Look at Devin Reinhardt, his first catch of the night. Well, 4:36 to play. Gophers down 23-8. They got to put the ball in the end zone a couple of times here. Kale shot in the backfield, and they're going to bring some pressure up the gut on this pass. Good protection for Carson. He's going to get away from one tackle. No, he's not going to get away. He's going to get sacked for a loss. 4th down and about 14 for the Gophers. You see a flag? No flag.
No flags. Yeah, it looked like we had a receiver coming across the middle of the field. Carson just didn't pick him up and ran out of time there. 4th and 11. Or excuse me, 3rd? 4th. Yeah, it is 4th down.
It'll be 4th. I think we're having a little problem with our. Boy, they're bringing pressure again. And that's going to be incomplete over the middle to Ben Carrier. Well, 3:54 to play, and the only thing you're going to do here is try to strip that ball when they run this. We have 1 timeout to waste, and that is it. .354 to play, and at our own 37-yard line, Gophers had to go for it, and that's just, whew. They brought some pressure up the middle through those gaps, and I think Carson had got rid of it a little more quickly than he wanted to. So Williams with Leonard's with him. You're going to hand off. You're going to get a nice gainer and, fall forward for 3 yards. Clock will run, and they'll take all the time they want right now. Williams comes back onto the field, goes back to get his play here. A little bit of a throwback when they're going to the sideline to get the play. Under 3:10 to play before they snap this. And probably going to run off to the left here with Leonard's. Yep, they're going to hand it off to him. He's going to be stopped for no gain, it looks like. Under 3 minutes to play. Gophers holding on to that last time out.
Leonard's 26 carries, 74 yards unofficially. Busy night for Landon Leonard's for the Eagles.
Well, if you're Dovray-Rota, you don't want to put this thing in the air. If you're Chatfield, the only thing you can do is just try to knock that ball out and get the best penetration you possibly can here. Handoff is going to, Williams is going to keep that himself. Sure. And that's going to be a loss on the play. Yeah, 4th and 10. We're under 2 minutes to play, and the clock keeps ticking away. And I guess you can probably... Yeah, I was just wondering if they're gonna, maybe they'll pooch it still. And a little pooch kick. And a very nicely executed pooch, and is going to take us down to the 10-yard line. Well, with only one timeout left and down 2 scorers, she's time for a little magic here, Lance.
Yeah, we need some type of magic. We got to score and have a little bit of time to do an onside kick, and then a little bit of time to throw a Hail Mary up.
Well, from our own 10-yard line, so she's going to be a tall task, but whoever's going to either got to pick up that first down and get out of bounds. Kale Schott going to try to get to the right, and he's going to get wrangled down after just, well, actually decent yard. Thought he maybe got taken down a little more quickly. He had a D tackle on his back right away. Low snap, going to kick that out to Ben Carrier. Little block on the outside, and Ben is going to get out of bounds and hit out of bounds. It's going to be a first down, but 57 seconds to play. Benny got railed out of bounds pretty good. It's going to be a first down. Snap back. Going to be to the outside to Ben Carrier, and he cannot haul that one in. Boy, that would have been a nice pickup. Second and 10, 51 seconds to play. It was incomplete. That's the bright spot of that one there. Benny kind of kicking himself. He usually makes those catches. Back to pass, putting a lot of pressure, and they had a screen set up. A lot of linemen downfield, yep. Though. Third and 10, DeAndre Williams in the backfield now. 48 seconds to play. Gophers down 23-8, and we had a lot of movement.
False start.
So one of those penalties we just can't take at that point, but it's going to be 3rd down and 15 now. Well, it would be kind of nice to see if we can't get ourselves a first down here. We got to pick up a big chunk of yardage just here. Going to give it to DeAndre. He's going to try to get to the outside. Good sure tackle on that outside. Going to be our last time out with 34 seconds to play. Good gainer on the play. DeAndre really wanted to get to the outside, but boy, they did a nice job stringing it out and just bringing him down at first contact. Well,
yeah, DeAndre's first carry of the evening goes for about 10 yards.
So 4th down and 6. Actually, a long 5, I'll call it. We'll be on the positive side of things here. But got a lot of room to run to this side, but we've got to go across that trodden part of the field in the middle, and that would be see if we put this one in the air. I'd like to see us hit that flat again and try to make somebody miss. And we had a good block here from Caden Boyum on the outside to spring Ben last time. Back to pass. And they're going to give him the completion.
Should stop
Boy,
the clock.
Caden stops it. Got his hands underneath. Nice. We're going to get up and we're going to clock this one. 4 seconds come off the clock. Boy, Caden, you know, in this field conditions, I don't know if he's going to be able to get back with that one, but the ninja comes out.
Well, I heard a lot of hands, so he might have been able to sneak those underneath.
Well, second down at 10. Good pressure up the middle there. It's going to be out of bounds. Intended for Cole Novotny on the sideline. And Dovray-Rota right now, they're dropping a couple of deep safeties, but they're bringing a couple up the gut, too, on pressure.
Well, at this point, you can afford to
yeah.
give up a long score if it happens.
Pin your ears back. Pressure from the outside, going to go to the middle. It's going to be a first down to Ben Carrier. We're going to try to get up there and clock this ball real quick. Everybody set. A couple seconds off the clock. Good pass to that seam to Ben Carrier. I believe his second catch of the night. 2nd and 10, and boy, you got to go.
Yeah, to maybe go something in the end zone.
Yep. Back to pass. He's getting a lot of pressure up front, too. He's going to get out of bounds with 4 seconds left. Boy, they brought someone real hard up that gap. And back to pass once again as Carson rolling into the end zone to Cole Novotny. And probably going to be out of the back of the end zone. That is going to bring the clocks to 0. Good coverage back there. Gophers are going to drop this one to the Dovray-Rota Eagles 23-8. So on a night here on kind of a wet field, we just could not get anything going really rhythm-wise offensively and drop this one to Dovray-Rota.
So for the Gophers in the stat department, Carson Rowland throwing 5 of 10 for 47 yards. Cale Schott, 13 carries, 76 yards. DeAndre, 1 carry, 10 yards. Carson Rowland, 12 carries, 84 yards. Caden had a catch for 8. Ben Carrier, 2 catches for 30. Devin Reinhardt, 4. Cale Schott had a catch for 5. The Chatfield lone score was Carson Rowland on a 5-yard run. Dovray-Rota. Levi Williams, about 6 of 10 for 83 yards. Landon Leonard's had 26 carries, 74 yards. Levi Williams had 12 carries, 37. Cooper Kellen had a carrier for 3. Damon Bai had a carry on a loss. Damon Bai, 2 catches for 29. Brock Hughes, a catch for 10. Bolton Tessing, catch for 45. Eyota scored 3 times in the first half. Williams on a 25-yard field goal to start the game out. And then pass to Tessing for 22 in the back of the end zone. Leonard's on a 2-yard run. And then in the fourth quarter, Williams on a 1-yard run. 23-8 is your final.
Well, Gophers have dropped their second in a row, and it's not going to get any easier here. We go on Wednesday evening on a short week up to Cannon Falls, and we thought we saw some inside handoffs and some trickery. We're going to get more of it on Wednesday night. But big game in the seeding side of things. I don't know who Dover's got next week.
I'm not sure.
But unfortunately, they're going to hold that tiebreaker against us. So we got to go to Cannon Falls now, win this thing, and hope everything plays out. Six teams in the section. We'll see if any of the the bottom couple decide they're going to play those games or not, depending on what kind of injury status they've got going on or issues they've got going on with their program, remains to be seen. But we've got to take care of business on Wednesday night in Cannon Falls. So we'll see how things shake out here this next week. MEA short week, so we'll see you Wednesday. Hopefully, if all goes well, we'll be at Cannon Falls taking care of that game as well. But for Lance Boyum and Rick Irish, I'm Andy O'Connor. Good night, all.